the A license card. We're gonna look now at chapter 1 in this, the new SIM, and how the ISP is organized, and how the A license card and the SIM are aligned. And then we're gonna look at highlights of each category, some of the highlights of the changes in each category in the ISP. The A license, well, first of all, if you want to look at a PDF of the new A license progression card, there's a QR code for that. You can also find it by going to uspa.org/mya. Even if you already have an A license, you can go there and look at the online version of the card. And if you are a coach or an instructor who wants to verify someone's, one of your students' accomplishments in the category, then you can go to USPA.org/verify and be able to, did I say that? Was that correct? Yes. So, and then you can be able to verify a student's and get things checked off on their online card. So you can use either one, and they both have been updated with the new SIM, so everything is already set up and aligned. And then the goal of redesigning the A license progression card was to make it more complete and include sign-offs for a lot of things that were already in the ISP, but were probably often not trained in everyday, ground preps. And we also wanted to add all the canopy skills training, including the CEPs, and a debrief section on the progression card, so that those things would not be inadvertently forgotten by coaches and instructors. The new progression card, as I said, aligns exactly with the SIM academics at the beginning of each category, the free fall and the canopy skills. And this new progression card is going to be the required A license card starting January 2026. So we encourage you to start using it as soon as possible, along with the SIM, to get used to that progression. And just as a reminder, this is a skill-based progression. We don't care what any drop zone calls any particular jump. It's a skill-based progression, even though we call them categories. What we want is for a student from category A through category H, when they're ready to get their license, that they have completed all of the skills on the A license progression card, either the PDF version that can be submitted or the online card. Yes, Sonny?
Is it okay? I have a question?
Sure.
So, student shows up to a drop zone. I want to go through an AFF program. So, is a USPA profile created for them?
Great question. If they join USPA, then they will get, just like everybody else, they will have a profile created for them. And when they do that, then they can begin using the online card. Now, what we have done was we were testing the program last year at my drop zone, is that we would use the paper card to get started and have that and use it sort of as a checklist. And then when they join, we could go in and with click, 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 we can catch up their online card and then continue to use that. So you can do a blended version.
So the instructor would do that for the student?
Correct, right,
Okay.
yeah, right, once they were a member. And also when they do when they are a member, they can go on in every category and they can do the category quizzes, and they will automatically get checked off in their profile. So it's really nice.
Okay. So ideally, if a student half through the program moves, goes to another drop zone, can easily pull up via the credentials on the USPA website to verify what they've done so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Can I say something? Yes.
So you can actually, you have to be a member if you're a student view to see that page, but an instructor can really start the card. And the other thing is, you're verifying the requirement is different than marking the requirement. Remember that. So verification happens from knowing that it happened, logbooks, all that kind of thing. Whereas marking a requirement means I have verified that, I'm gonna mark it. And often what people have done in transition, like you're talking about, is yes, it's acceptable for you to see it in logbook on a paper form, and your drop zone maybe uses the online card and you're transitioning it, that's okay.
It'd be a good way they don't lose their card. Yeah, awesome.
It's actually really handy for that, Sonic. When I first tried it out, when it very first came out, that was one of the huge benefits, is that like 2 weekends later I had a student who lost their card because we had started with paper, but we had just also started using the online and kind of trying it out, and most of his stuff was marked on mine, so it wasn't completely gone.
Cool.
All right, so